Okay, what's going on, guys? Today, obviously, you can see here we've got a Swordsoul profile for you. So I think it's been a little while since I've done a Swordsoul profile. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button just before we get started. And without further ado, we'll just dive right into this. Okay, guys, so starting things off, we're obviously gonna begin with 3 Swordsoul of Moyi. Moyi, obviously, just normal summon. Reveal a Swordsoul or a Tenyi. Oh, not a Tenyi. So guys, we're obviously starting off with 3 Swordsoul of the Moyi. So yeah, you normal summon her, reveal either a worm monster or a Swordsoul card in your hand, and then you special summon a token. As we all know, the Swordsouls revolve around summoning tokens and then synchro summoning to that, and obviously Moyi is probably one of the best ones to get started with. One of the worst ones to draw into. Later on, you want to be seeing Taie realistically, but yes, to start things off, you want to be opening Moyi. Then we've also got Long Yuan. Most of the time, this is just to get you into Baron, but recently with the new one that was released in Battle of Chaos. It just allows you to draw additional cards, so often if you're being greedy, that is the play. So yeah, it also burns the opponent for 1,200, which does come up. Then last one of the Swordsoul, we have 2 Taie. There has been times where I'm thinking that this should be a free, because mid to late game you want to draw into this, but you just don't want to open it, so it's a really difficult one. But yeah, there are multiple ways to search it, so yeah. Yeah, I do like Taie. Taie also has the effect that it does come up quite a lot, that when it's used for synchro material, then you can foolish bury a worm monster or a Swordsoul monster. So having that ability to foolish a Tenyi monster is just so good. I'm only playing the 2 Ecclesia. You don't want to be like, if you open this and Moyi, then it's kind of bad. You just want these to realistically be extra Moyes, if you get me. So you basically play 5 Moyi. You don't want to be playing too many more. Then we've obviously got 3 Adhara for just to get things going. It's obviously a tuner. This was really good with the Hulk stuff, but it's not as good now. Then we've got 3 Vishuda. I think Vishuda's really good for if you end up going second. Like, this is just one card. Like, the Tenyi's cards are just so good for baiting out interactions and getting your opponent to they have to respond to something, because this is obviously a bounce, so you can just get rid of stuff and you just bait all of that before you commit to your normal summon, which is busted. And then Ashuna, it actually came up in one of the games that I had to summon this just because it had such a big booty. Yeah, that was just mad that came up, but yeah. Again, this one you can banish from your graveyard if you control a non-effect monster to bring out another Tenyi. So it's a good way to make Baxia and stuff like that. So that's it for the Tenyis, the best ones. And then for the last Tenyi, we've obviously got Shatana. It's obviously really good with Circle, so yeah, it's a level 4, which makes things nice. Then obviously the main searcher of the deck, we've got 3 Emergence. Just add you any Swordsoul monster, or if you have a Synchro monster, then you can add any Worm monster. It was really good to add Protoss when it wasn't banned. Then we've got 1 Summit. Sometimes I think about taking this out, but it does come up in like weird situations where you can you open this Long Yuan and Taie, and then you can discard Taie with the Long Yuan, make a Baron, then use this, bring back the Taie, banish the Long Yuan, and then you can make your Chicha that way. And then yeah, that's already like a pretty good board, to be honest, when you've not opened the greatest. It's still good, but yeah. I played 3 Circle. I really like this card, just really good. There are ways that you can play around token collector with this, especially if you have like Vishuda available to you. So yeah, I really like this card. 2 Vessel, broken. Like, what more can you say? Send what? It's a foolish and an ad. It's a bit much, isn't it? Pot of Greed. It doesn't really matter to us if we banish 10 stuff. Like, we don't really play many one-offs. Only one one-off, I think. So yeah, it's not really too bad. And it's nice to come back at 2. It's just so free. Then we play 2 Blackout. Yeah, not much to say. I think 1 is not enough. I do like 2 in some matchups, especially if you're playing against like Mystic Mine. Like, it's just nice to have 2, in my opinion. And then last, we'll finish off with the hand traps. We play 3 Ash. It's really good against like most decks, and Branded is very good. 2 DD Crow, again very good against Branded. And then last one is Impermanence. And I just think Impermanence is probably one of the best ones at the moment. I don't like Veiler because for example, if you open these 2 against a Branded player, if they open opening, you can imperm their Alubra in the draw phase, but you can't use Veiler. And then obviously, if they still opens Branded Fusion, then you can just Ash it. But often I will say that I save this for what they summon from the Branded Fusion. I think that is better. Obviously, I play Despia, you know. If you've watched my channel for a long time now, I've been playing Despia for a really long time. And just if you have Imperm, like, yeah, they get more advantage if they send the Tragedy, but I would honestly just Imperm the Lubellion or the Albion, whatever they summon from that, personally. Okay. Next, for the extra deck, we of course have 2 Yugioh. The glare's not too bad. That's good. Normally, because of the oversleeves, the glare's really bad. I hate that my camera doesn't pick up that these are Starlight. Like, not to flex, but they're both Starlight. Just saying. Yeah, Yugioh, really good. He's basically the only 2-of other than Monk in the extra deck, but we all know what he does. You can't use both effects in the same turn. Like, I did have to explain that in a mirror match once. That you can't use both effects in the same turn. I don't know why they still do that in today's world, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, banish to negate something. Chungus, man, this guy's actually so good. Like, being able to banish from field and grave, and it gains 100 and makes opponents lose 100. So this was actually so good against a Gren Maju player. It was just hilarious. Like, it was really funny. We got Long One. Like I just said, he helps you draw cards, and then he's really good if you're going into time. You can just keep burning your opponent. So Fleur. This card's busted. Like, this card's like, what, £100 now? I think it's like $150 or something like that. It's just mental. Baxia. This card is just so good. Not once per turn. Just absolutely jokes, man. It's just absolute jokes. I was playing against someone who was playing Swordsoul, and I was playing Despia, and they just cleared my board just making with like 2 Baxias, and it's just not much you can do. The card is insane. 1 Draco. Really good to close off games. You can just attack twice. Yazi, a bit more difficult to go into now. You have to like banish. What is it? I think it's Emergence. You have to banish Emergence to modify the levels to make it, but it's still good as a one-off. I still like Ruddy Rose. Like, if you can banish everything in the grave, like, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, against some decks, that's just wins. Like, it just beats them. Chao Fang, like, obviously just protect you against like Nib, Veiler, all that good stuff, and you can make this using just your Tenyis, so really good. And then last but not least, we've obviously got 3 Monk and 1 Shaman. Yeah, like, obviously this is the way to go now with no Hulk or Auroradon. I don't actually think I did a profile when I had Hulk and Auroradon, but yeah. this is the way to go now, and I think it's really solid. So yeah. So that's it for the profile, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I may do a combo video for this. I have been away a little while, but yeah, it's just because I've been busy and like buying a new house and stuff like that. I have 2 jobs, and obviously I get paid nothing for YouTube at the moment, so I haven't had time. There are loads of combo videos I want to do. I just need to find the time, and then I'll get those to you guys. But sorry if this was quite a quick one. There's not much more you can say about Swordsoul really. I play it every now and then because it's an okay deck. Like, well, not an okay, it's a very good deck. I just find it boring sometimes. But yeah, I feel like it's more fun going second. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.